So I'm I'm so thrilled with the uniqueness as a person that I've kind of grown into and become. And for most of my life, I would had a lot of support from friends as well as my family as far as encouraging being my own person. I mean, there were times when I had to have courage and faced things that were trying to pressure me into more traditional paths. And in some ways, from some measuring sticks, I'm very traditional. But it was an interesting two-way sword for me because I don't feeling a need to be different has become something that's almost like a pathological problem for me. Where when I was growing up, the times when my identity as a unique, different person was challenged, I freaked out. I actually became suicidal at times when I things that I thought I was the smartest guy in class, and then when I found out that I was not, I panicked because I needed to be different and special. And in fact, so much of the Burning Man inspired persona of the pink and the pink is so that I could stop having to justify, create, play the game of I'm unique, I'm different, by just saying, look, I'm creating a category of one, and I'm gonna just be that, and that way I have to stop worrying about am I different, am I unique. Now, I believe that I've worked through a lot of that stuff. So now, whereas the pink used to be more of a mask, now I feel it's more of a cape. But I'm certainly aware of that being different is a wonderful thing when you seek inward and appreciate your differences. It is crippling and painful when you have a need to be different. Jacob Glass often talks about when he was counseling people, that people feel a need to be special. So they'll either brag about things, or they'll argue that their problems, their pathologies are worse. They've had worse experiences, they do worse things. And so people have a need to stand out and be special. And I think a big part of a spiritual path is recognizing that it's not about you. That ego need to be special and different is actually not healthy. And that becoming peaceful with being normal, becoming peaceful with being just like everyone else, connected to everyone else, no different or more special than anyone else. That's why most of the most amazing spiritual beings on this planet you will never hear of, because they have no desire for fame, or they don't do book tours, they don't play social media. You might meet them while you're camping, or see them fishing someplace, or in their garden. Occasionally, those people notice the vibe that they have, and other people will come to them and start writing things down that they say. And most of the people that I really resonate with are not promoters that say, come to my lecture. They're people who just sat on park benches speaking there and answering questions when people ask them, why are you so zenned out? So that was something that this roundabout. So this year at Lightning in a Bottle, I applied to give a talk there, and I was turned down. And there's parts of me, the old parts, the parts about cool and status, and that are like bummed. This is something I really wanted. This is something that, but then the part of me that I'm growing into understands that everything is just right, and that I don't want to be the kind of person that has to promote, that if I'm speaking my truth, the right people will sit and listen. And how lucky for me that includes you. thank you for honoring me with your presence, for allowing both of our vibrations, all of our vibrations, to recalibrate one another as we all try to become more in tune with our ideal selves, our divine selves. That's so cool! We're so cool!